All right, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. This is part three. Part three? Yeah, it's part three of the UltraTrend indicator review tutorial, so that everybody can understand how it works before you use it. Okay, before you use it. So this is the part. Remember, all of this series of videos that I'm posting right here, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your questions. If you have questions, let me know in the description below or in our Discord. Okay, just make sure to follow. I'll leave the link in the description below. Make sure to follow here, and if you want to see all these parts right here, just make sure to, at the bottom, read the disclaimer and hit the check right here. Once you hit the check, all of this will populate, okay, for you. Again, this is a free Discord, and of course, we're going to include here later on the once you jump into the, if you decide to get the subscription for the indicator, you will get access to a different premium part in there. So I will let everybody know. So, anyways, this part three right here is to show you how the UltraTrend Pro, or what does the UltraTrend Pro includes. So basically, this is the basic version of the UltraTrend. You can trade with this already, okay? Don't be like, oh, do I need the UltraTrend Pro to be trading? Not necessarily. It will give you more extra confidence, right? It's like let's say it's like the cherry on top, right? For perfection, right? If you want to feel more confident on every trade you take, right? I'm not going to say that this will save you 100% from losing. No, because there is no perfect indicator. There is no perfect strategy. There is no holy grail. I wish there was a holy grail and that everybody will be making money every single time, not losing a single penny, right? It's not like that. Unfortunately, it's not like that. So it does improve a lot, all right? Because it gives you more confidence in your bias, right? You know, trading is very important when it comes to bias. I've been trading ICT concepts for, I don't know now, probably 2 years, over 2 years. And the bias is it's key. When I don't have a clear bias for the day, I'm lose. Like, I know that I probably will be losing. And this is based on ICT. You know, I'm talking about it. I'm not talking about the indicator. I'm talking about ICT concepts. So bias, for me, it's everything. If I don't have a clear bias, which is going to happen. Some days, especially this shitty days lately with President Trump applying all of this and signing new things and tariffs here and there, right? Markets are very volatile. So if I don't have a clear bias for the day, I know that that's going to be a shitty day, you know, and I have to be careful. If I don't have a clear bias for that day, that means that I will be trading a lot small. I will be using small lot size, right? If I do have a clear bias, like it's very clear, I'll be risking not to flip my account, but I'll be risking more, right? Probably 2% of my account per trade, you know, which I normally don't risk much, by the way. I'm a very conservative trader when it comes to risking. I don't like over trading or just risking much, just trying to make millions of dollars in a day. No. And my students know how I actually trade, and I normally trade very small. Anyways, so bias is everything. So when we add, again, this part right here, I explained that this part, the UltraTrend, which comes this way. This is the UltraTrend, and the UltraTrend Pro will have this other add-on, right? It's an add-on to give you extra confidence. Again, is the cherry on top. So this will tell you, should I be really entering here? Can I really take the chances here? or is the bias not clear for today? Does it really worth to enter with higher lot size today or not? Right? This is what this is going to tell you, right? So right here in this example, we are trending down. You see that we were trending down. New York session just opened, okay? And also understand, right? You have to watch this thing right here, the box. So everything fully aligns with your strategy. Okay, you're trending down. You can see the trend, right? We are definitely trending down. I like the separation, and it's a consistent separation, right? From the 200 to the body of the candles right here. So you see it's moving sideways, right? And I'm sorry, it's moving to the downside, not sideways, to the downside, right? And you see the table, and you see that 70% of the times has been hitting TP1 at least, you know? So by the time you get the sell signal, boom, I want you to notice right away, you need to draw your eyes to this box right here at the bottom, right? Notice what it's saying right here. Again, this is based on ICT concepts. It's not, it doesn't have to do anything with the TTD indicator, which the TTD indicator is basically is based on a moving average, right? This right here is based on how candle close, okay? It's the whole logic behind the ICT daily bias and the direction, okay? Understanding how the previous candle closed can tells you what the next candle or where the next candle is gonna go, right? So right here we can see arrows, right? The bias. The more arrows to a certain direction is the strongest, right? And you see that it has a score from 1 to 10. Sometimes you're going to have extra numbers like 11 or 12. It's rare when it happens, but when it happens, it means that it's very, very strong to the direction that we want, that we're seeing, right? In this particular case, we can see that by the time the cell is printed, right there, as soon as that cell is printed, notice the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly. The higher time frames are normally the strongest, okay? These are the ones marking up the actual direction, right? The higher time frames. So the small ones are for scalpers, it's just quick in and out, right? But the lower time frames can change because it's a lower time frame, it can change very quick, right? But the weekly or the daily, those higher time frames, it will need more hours, right? It would need more time to show you, okay, are we shifting or are we actually going to continue? So for example, right here, you're seeing that we're 10, the score right here, we are 10 on the weekly. We're strongly bearish on the weekly. On the daily, we're actually bullish. On the 4 hour, very bearish, strongly bearish, 10 again on the 1 hour, 10 on the 15-minute, 9.9 on the 5-minute. So almost all right here. And you see we're getting an average number right here. This is minus 6.7 that is bearish. So again, the total score, right? It will get an average out of all these numbers, and it will tell you this. This right here is it means that it's very, very bearish right now. And I would say the numbers that I normally like to see here is below or above 5, okay? Below or above 5, it would normally be a very strong direction, a very strong bias, okay? There's certain days where you're gonna get this thing mixed up, like the 5-minute could be bullish and the 50-minute is bearish, and so on, So if you see all this green, red, green, red, green, red, green, like all mixed up, it means there's no clear bias. So you got to be careful that day and trade lower size, trade small, okay? Still follow the rules right here that, okay, how many times this thing has been hitting TP1, 70%, that's a pair I want to watch, right? We're trending clearly, right, to the downside, and I get the sell setup. In this case, we're getting, boom, that extra confident with this thing. This is, again, I don't want to say it's a guaranteed TP, but it's a very high probability right here at this point. Very high probability that the price will be going to your target. right? So notice what price this, it hit TP1. After hitting TP1, again, you can follow whatever rule you want. If you want to move it, trail the stop to the LOI or to the break-even point, it's up to you. Right there, price came back to the break-even point. You see, it would have got you out on break-even. Let's see what happens here. Got a little choppy right there. Very slow. You see, some days you're going to get very slow days. So right there, you're getting TP2 hit. So now I'll put it on break even based on my preference. I'll put it on break even there, and then that's it. Hit TP, right? Final TP. So you see that when are we going to be looking at this is as soon as the sale gets printed, you take a look at your table and see if everything is still that is telling you right here. You want to see most of it. In this case, if it's bearish, red, right? Most of it. Sometimes I'm going to show you some examples. Let me jump into another example right here, right quick. All right, look at this. In this example here, in the same pair, we're trending up. Nice trend, at least for this looks like almost 2 days. We pushed up. Let me move here. All of a sudden, I went way too quick here. Hold on. Let's see when the buy gets printed. Right there. So, okay, we're trending up. New York session. We're actually in New York session now, right? We've been pushing up right here. So notice where are we right now at this point. So we got the 5-minute time frame bullish, the 15-minute bullish, the 1 hour bearish as hell, right? It's 10. 7.8 on a 4 hour. The daily is bullish and the weekly is bearish. And what's the number? You see the number? It's not that nice. The number is not good. This number right here is not good. So if you want to take a chance right here, does it make sense to enter? Probably yes. It's a position that I would take, but because of this right here, I'm not getting a clear 100% or 90 or 80%. You see, you want to see these numbers either, if it's fully bullish, want to see above 5, not 0.7, right? So you want to see them, if it's bullish, above 5, right? Or below 5 if it's bearish. Does it make sense? Right? So in this case, it's just 0.7. It's not that clear. You see, we got actually the weekly is a strongly bearish. So I would, you know what I would like to see? Normally the higher time frames more bullish in this case than the lower time frames. If I want to buy if I'm scalping on a 5-minute time frame, I would love to see the weekly, the daily, and the 4 hour go in my direction. All of them. If they're not all of them, at least those 3, which are the higher time frames, it's going to be tricky. It's not a clear bias, and this means it's going to be a very tricky day. So notice what happens right here. See, it comes back down. Now we're tapping the 200. I don't like that at all. When the price is tapping the 200 after this big ass trend right here, this means that probably that trend is over, right? Or it's going to be choppy right there. I just don't like. It's a pair that, okay, I took that L and I walk away. I just look into a different pair, right? This is why we have a lot of pairs here that we can set alerts and we can take the shots, right? But if all the opportunities are presented, okay? Be careful with that. This definitely is the cherry on top, and it will tell you what are the best trades to be taken, okay? And when you can pump up the gas, when you can actually use probably a bigger lot size. But again, don't be stupid, guys. When I say to pump it up a little bit, I'm not trying to tell you flip your account. I'm not trying to tell you, yeah, go ahead and pass the challenge that you're going, right, with one freaking trade. Don't do that. When I say pump up the gas, let's say you normally trade 1% per trade. And when you see all of this fully aligned, you pumped up to 2%, right? You double that up, right? From 1% to 2%, that's already a lot, right? But 2% per trade maximum. Don't go nuts. Don't go stupid. Don't mess it up. Because it's always the person, it's always the trader who mess it up, because the strategy is good, but it's the person who messes things up. You have to accept that you're going to have losses, okay? But you see that the losses you're going to have, they are actually controlled. You can also say, and this is key right now, and again, I need you to be taking notes, because if you're not taking notes, then why the heck you're here? So take notes, please. I want to say that you must, because I want to say that it sounds strong, because that's what I do. You must take only 3 shots. Let's give yourself 3 shots a day. Let's say with this, depending on the risk, okay, you choose right here. You can take up to a max of 5 trades a day, because if you're going to be trading or watching multiple pairs, depending on the day, right? If there's a nice day that you see the markets are trending up nicely and most of the pairs are going to be trending up, you want to take advantage. Okay, take a maximum of 5 trades a day. But remember, all right, choose an hour, or in this case, a session, right? The morning session. Ideally, I like better the morning session. To be honest, I don't want to spend a lot of time in front of the charts. I want to spend actually time with my family, more time with my family. So the less time I spend right now in front of the charts, the better. I'm a mentor, I'm a teacher. Anyways, I do have to spend more time in front of the charts because of that. But when it comes to my trading, I literally focus in 2 to 3 hours maximum to be looking for my entries, So I just hope it makes sense, guys. Again, probably I will continue adding more and more videos into this playlist, of course, answering questions. I want to hear from you, okay? If you have doubts, concerns, any questions, basically on everything that I've shown you right here, you can choose this and you can say, you know what? No, I will take only 3 shots. And if I win those 3, I'll walk away. If I lose those 3, I will walk away too, So don't get greedy. Don't go back into revenge thinking that 4th shot it's gonna be a winner. That's another thing. If out of those 5 shots you want to take, you can take option 2 or option 1 or option 2. If you decide to go with the 2 and take 5 trades, if you notice that the first 3 shots are losses, stop for the day and just look at the conditions, right? Don't go higher than either 1 or 2% per trade. Don't risk more than that. If you risk more than that, that's your problem, okay? I don't recommend it. I don't do it, okay? And sometimes when I violate that rule, if I break that, if I get greedy, because I'm a human too, sometimes if I get greedy, those punches, they hurt the most, because it's going to happen. Just when you get that greedy, boom, you have a loss, and those losses are going to be, they're normally hard to recover, So don't go in revenge. Set how many trades you want to take, okay? Don't be greedy, guys, and study, analyze, okay? And again, learn this thing. Watch these videos multiple times if it's necessary, so you understand how it works before you actually get the indicator. All right? Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, or make sure to subscribe, get on the Discord, and I will see you then. I'll be seeing you around. All right? See you in the next one.